Hi, my name's Sally Hyam and I'm going to show you where the idea of RunAClub came from, what we've put together and the benefits to you, the buyer or the club. A few years ago, some of the young people in my local community were bored and causing a bit of mischief. They wanted a safe place to meet and have fun. So I came along with a very strong sense of community and wanted to help them sort this problem out. I was working with youth clubs a lot at the time and I knew I could find out what was needed to set one up. There weren't any other local youth clubs close enough for them to get to. I set up a public meeting and talked to the local council to get them on our side, and I got together with all the young people who wanted a club and some other willing adults, and we worked out what it was the young people wanted. This might sound obvious to you, but trends change very fast, and what young people wanted last year might not be what they want this year. I knew from my work it was important to keep things current. When I was young, my dad ran a very busy youth club. It kept us all together in a safe place and we had a lot of fun. So with these young people I started to plan how we could get their ideal club up and running. Over the next 3 years I spent 16 hours a week of my voluntary time setting up and running that club. It was a huge administrative task and didn't even include the actual sessions themselves. This was because I like to do everything right, and because I knew the youth services world, I was really aware there were a lot of rules and regulations to get through. I wanted the club to be as safe as it could possibly be, and I spent a lot of my weekends and evenings getting the paperwork sorted. This was at the same time as running my own business and looking after my young family. At the club itself, we had 80 to 90 members and 20 helpers. It was quite a reasonable sized club and really much like running a small business. And by having this club that was being run properly administratively, we really ticked all the boxes for the community in terms of their social needs. This included safeguarding the young people, being flexible, following quality assured procedures with the right experts, being able to get hold of any support we needed, sharing the roles to make it less of a burden on someone, and there was lots of signposting to partners for specialist help. It gave the parents and the community peace of mind that the club was well run and a safe place to be. Now, if you've set up and run any type of club, you'll know that there are a huge amount of obstacles to get around to be able to run the administration. These range from preparing policies, in fact I wrote 23 policies for that youth club, raising funds, sorting out the IT, the premises, keeping track who has the set of keys, where the old set went after a helper left, who pays for a new set, CRB checks, rotas and so on. So there's a massive amount of problems and red tape that you have to get through to make everything work, particularly when there are children and young people involved. So I treated this like a work-based project plan, and I built over that 3 years a 100 step-by-step plan recording every single step that I made to make sure that club ran properly. What happened next was really interesting. I started to get phone calls and emails from other clubs from around the country who'd heard about what I was doing and wanted to know how we went about this and how we went about solving that and where do we get this from and so on. And that was the point when I got my eureka moment. I looked at what the competition was like and set about testing the market. There are some very good organisations out there who provide lists of documents that you need in order to run specific groups of clubs, for example sport. And this is helpful but limited. We found other sites' support to be either expensive, out of date, with broken links, or they were inflexible with no telephone and online support, or they just didn't give me everything I needed from one place. We did some market testing with loads of councils and found a far higher demand for a flexible system of support than we'd expected. Lots of people commented that they had the people willing to run the clubs, but they were just so nervous about the red tape and they really didn't know how to go about it. And where there were existing clubs, there was a worry that the important stuff was kept up to date. And of course, leadership can change regularly and it's hard for others to take on the paperwork when they've gone. It really seemed like there was a gap for a full system of support, and that's how RunAClub came about. We decided that RunAClub would be an affordable, easy to use, online toolkit and app, which provides all the information and help needed to set up and run a single community club or a network of clubs. It also supports those already up and running, including the local authority clubs. It's fully interactive and has a quality-assured step-by-step process and customer support service, including at evenings and weekends when club leaders often do their work. It helps organisers run the club safely and has been developed by a team of community leaders who have all previously worked with youth services, education and charities and have all volunteered. We were very kindly helped with some funding from the Nominet Trust to develop our new, exciting digital platform. The first thing we did was the branding, and here's our logo, which I absolutely love. We then looked at how we could reach as many clubs as possible, and this led to our model of packaging the product and selling it as a licence with multiple numbers of any types of clubs within that licence, a sort of bulk buy process. This enables national buyers or local authorities to purchase the system at the best price for tens, hundreds and thousands of clubs in their communities, from as little as a one-off £45 joining fee and a yearly subscription of just £55 per club. This model keeps the cost per club down and encourages the buyers to support as many clubs as possible. Having said that, we strongly encourage individual clubs to come and purchase the RunAClub system of support, and there are options to buy it off the shelf. Behind RunAClub, there is a fantastic team who work flexible hours. We believe strongly in supporting people who can't necessarily work 9 to 5, and so we've got a whole team of bright mums and a dad behind the first-class quality assurance and customer support service that we provide. We want to support clubs who need help out of normal hours, and our customer service operates at evenings and weekends when volunteers often do their paperwork. And just to remind you, the core team who built this service have all been working with youth services, education, housing and charities for many years, and we're all experienced in volunteering. We also have a fantastic network of quality assured partners who are working closely with us. So what does the buyer need? By buyers, I am referring to those responsible for multiple clubs. Top of the list comes a need for safeguarding the clubs. Then we have value for money. This is an affordable solution. We're providing the clubs with tools for support. We're supporting new and existing community and local authority provision, many of which are shutting down, and we help clubs overcome obstacles. We also provide the only national database of clubs to help communities find out what's going on wherever they are. RunAClub are working on wider electronic platforms with our partners, which will provide more services to our clubs. Within the continuous membership, we provide blogs, forums, club web pages, an interactive project plan linked to a calendar, specialist help and so on. And very importantly, we'll provide valuable information, including data on the communities, which will be really helpful for any buyer. This could be, for example, the number of 14-year-old males who play football in a particular postcode. It's really useful for marketing and pinning down specialist services, or for writing bids for funding. Our vision is to inspire thousands of new clubs, and this makes us different. We don't want to just provide information. We want to work with our partners to inspire volunteers out there to go and start new clubs, knowing they have support the whole way along. We also want to support all the existing clubs out there who might feel they need to be sure they're keeping up with the latest rules and guidelines to running clubs. We have 5 layers of quality assurance for every step, our final layer being through an accredited provider, and we are fully committed to continuously update them with the latest information. Every club can use RunAClub for as much or as little as they need. The second part of our vision is that we want to be adaptable to any club. The fantastic management information system behind RunAClub means we can tailor the support to that club, whatever that might be it sport, art, youth, toddlers, faith or football, whatever it is, we will be able to switch on or off the sections that are relevant to that club. Finally, I feel passionate about wanting to change the world, as do the whole of our team, and in fact 20% of our profits are invested in a youth trust fund. I really hope you will come and join RunAClub. To find out more, look at our website www.runaclub.com. Thank you for listening.